Hello. I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Movies on Jag. You know, I once wrote a letter highlighting my phenomenal cinematic feats to Mr. Samuel Barnaby, who was the most esteemed leader of the International Film Guild of the United States. I was requesting funding for my next grand project, The Spoils of a Teenage Sword Swallower. I received a response letter asking me to never try to contact the International Film Guild of the United States again, or legal action would be used. Jealous. They're all just jealous. They wish they could produce the pure artistic poetry that spews force from my mind and onto a script. They'll never match it. I'll show them. I'll show them all. Well, anyways, I hope you enjoy this episode. Bye. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Movies on Jag.
Hey, where's Caleb?
He called in sick.
Back! Get away from me, badgers! I will kill you and then I will eat you.
Oh, well, let's get started with the show.
In the mountain between us, stranded after a tragic plane crash, two strangers must forge a connection to survive the extreme elements of a remote snow-covered mountain. When they realize help is not coming, they embark on a perilous journey across the wilderness. So, this movie, which we did watch.
Totally.
We did watch this movie.
It had snow.
Okay, so there are these two people, and they're on a plane, and one of them has a surgery they got to get to.
Yeah,
you
the
remember.
dude,
One of them,
Ben.
Ben is the guy, and there's another guy named Walter on there.
Yeah.
And he's on the plane. And he's driving the plane.
Flying.
He's a fly boy. He's driving it. So, and then the girl, she was having to get somewhere too.
She's a photojournalist.
Right.
And I think like there was something wrong with their other flights, and they both had to be there like that day.
Yeah. So she took that flight.
And he did too.
Yeah. And then dang old Walter, Walter, he has a stroke. And then wasn't it a stroke or was it a heart attack?
Yeah, it was a stroke.
It was like that part in the movie Hatchet, or the book Hatchet. If you ever read Hatchet, it's the same thing. And then the plane crashes, and they're stranded out in the mountain. They're stranded in the mountain.
Yeah, wasn't Hatchet in Canada?
Yes.
I don't think this is in Canada. That's a different.
No, this is in another mountain somewhere else.
Yeah. So Walter, but
He didn't make it.
Yeah, the dog made it though. He had a dog.
Yes, there's a dog, a very very cute dog.
Yeah.
I like the dog.
And the girl Alex, she gets injured, which is in the trailer, so no shocker there.
Right. Ben has to help her.
Yeah, and she's like, leave me behind, and then he doesn't. Which is a recurring theme. She wants to get left behind, and, that's kind of suicidal, but whatever. And he doesn't leave her.
No, he doesn't. He
Not
doesn't.
once.
He decides to stay. And then the dog stays with him, too. The dog's there.
Yeah.
Right. And then a cougar comes. Remember the cougar?
Yeah. Thought it was going to be wolves, but whatever.
And the cougar and the dog, I think, got in a fight.
Yeah.
I think they got in a fight. I don't exactly remember. I think they got in a fight. And the dog won. And may or may not have been the one that killed the cougar. The cougar ends up dead.
Alex gets a flare and, stabs the cougar with it, but doesn't
Alex
actually
kills the
stab her.
cougar. Alex kills the cougar. So then they do something with the cougar. I don't remember what. But
They eat it.
They eat the cougar. They eat the
They
cougar.
consume
They
it.
got to survive on the mountain, and sometimes you got to eat cougars on the mountain.
Don't know why they didn't eat the dog.
I've been there.
Dogs are weird.
So then, because Alex has the camera because she's the photojournalist, and she sees a cabin down the mountain.
Yeah.
So that they decide to go down the mountain, and they go down there, and it's an abandoned cabin, and they stay there. And then they're safe. They're out of the elements, which is good, because before they were hanging out by the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, they hang out there, and it's a lot better than being out in the cold. They got the cabin.
Yeah, and then we find out that some relationships were not real. And they form a different relationship.
They get close.
Very, very close.
Really close. In the cabin.
Touching.
Yes.
And they eventually find help.
They do in the lumber yard. They go there.
Yeah.
The lumber yard, and there's some people, and then they get help, and then they're in the hospital, and Alex has like a fiance,
Mark.
and Ben's all like, uh-oh, I thought we had something, because, oh yeah, Ben, his wife is dead.
For 2 years.
And he didn't
He
tell
didn't
her.
think of mentioning it.
He didn't tell her.
He just had her picture the whole time, which is pretty creepy. Like, it's been 2 years, man. Come on.
Yeah, so then he's all upset, like, I thought we had something. And this is my complaint about the movie that I really did watch is that their relationship is a little confusing. I couldn't understand it quite. Like, did they have something, or was it just because they were on the mountain? Because then, like, he's questioning that, but not a real good answer is given.
Well, they go back to each other in the very end, but my thing is, it's like, if you're stranded in a mountain, and you're gonna get married the next day, your first thought isn't, oh, I miss my fiance. Like, I understand it's survival and like staying alive or whatever, but come on, just gotta jump in there. Like, she didn't even hesitate or think about the guy at home. She just went for it.
Win in the mountains, I guess.
I guess so. I guess you have to like almost die to understand, but that seems to be a recurring thing in movies where people almost die.
So they I guess they end up together. I guess so. The movie ends with them embracing, and
Touching.
that's what we're left with.
Again.
I think my real review of the movie to wrap all of this up is I think that it was one of the best movies that I've ever seen.
It was great. I loved it.
I think
We'll watch again.
my favorite movie used to be Jaws, but now I think it's The Mountain Between Us. Bravo to the filmmakers.
Anyways, I hope Kayla's feeling better.
I told him I'd eat them. Ah, who knew Badger could taste so good? Hey, easy. Easy. You want some? It's your friend. It tastes better than you think. Seems your friends want more. Come on. Come at me. I'll eat you just like this one. Come on.
Next time we'll be discussing Daddy's Home 2. Following the events of the first film, Brad and Dusty, Will Ferrell, and Mark Wahlberg respectively must deal with their intrusive fathers played by John Lithgow and Mel Gibson during the holidays, along with Dusty dealing with his stepchild's biological father, Roger, played by John Cena.
All right, so this movie looks like it could be funny. Did you see the first one?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, that was the first Daddy's Home was a surprisingly funny movie. I went into it, thinking it was going to be like dumb or something, but I was laughing out loud. That movie was really funny.
It's actually one of Will Ferrell's top-rated comedies.
Really? I did not know that.
Anchorman's number 1, but
Well, I could see that. Yeah.
it's like top 10.
But so this one is carrying on with, I guess, them trying to impress. It's like how the first one ended with like John Cena's character coming. They're all like, ooh, I do something with that. So because it said John Cena's going to be in it. Yeah. Which is going to be cool because John Cena. He's John Cena. Yeah. He's John Cena, and he's been in a lot of movies recently.
He has.
He has. I remember another movie I saw him in was, I think he was in Trainwreck. he was.
Got to see his butt, yeah.
You got to see his butt.
I remember that.
Yeah. But yeah, hopefully, this is going to be a sequel. So hopefully will still be good.
Yeah, and I'm really excited about Mel Gibson. I like him.
He's fun. He's crazy.
My mom had like this weird love thing for him when I was younger because we had a picture of him on our fridge. So,
really?
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but I'm excited.
Yeah, hopefully this one will not be absolutely terrible. There will still be some funny stuff in it. It has Will Ferrell in it. Are there any movies you can think of, even if it's a bad movie, where it's not at least sort of funny because Will Ferrell's in it?
Yeah, and it's different. Like the comedy, a lot of the lines were more on Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
And less on Will Ferrell. He was more of a submissive type guy, kind of like how he was in Elf.
Yeah. A lot of it did what was with Mark Wahlberg doing all the stuff.
Yeah.
The crazy situations they'd get into.
I wonder if it's gonna be like that again, or. Yeah.
Guess we'll just have to see. Hopefully it'll be good. I think that it looks like it has the potential to be good, but really we'll just have to see. We have not seen this one yet.
I sure hope Caleb's feeling better in time to see the movie. I know he's excited about this one.
Worry you not. I'm sure that wherever he is, he's doing quite well. I will personally make sure of that.
Back! Back, I say. Back. Thy weariness has betrayed me. Nay, I shall not submit to these wretches. Back, I say! I shall be the victor of this most horrid quarrel.
I can't stand this any longer. I'm really worried about Caleb. I think I'll go pay him a visit. He's just at his house sick, right?
No. Don't do that. Wait, I think I'm getting a call from him now. Hey, Caleb. Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, is that right? Okay, I'll let her know.
Well, what'd he say?
He says he's starting to feel a lot better right now. Oh, and you should definitely not call or visit him right now. He just needs to be alone, rest up and all that kind of stuff.
You're right. I was just getting worried. It is unlike him to miss the show. I really hope he's starting to feel better.
Well, I'm glad I was able to put your mind at ease. Well, that's all the time we have for this week on Movies on Jag, but remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you like what you see.
And tune in again very soon for another episode on Movies on Jag, right here on Jag TV.
When the night is calm and peaceful, loving hearts are all in tune. There's two lonesome people in the whole wide world. That's me and the man in the moon. When the little birds are nesting and I listen to them croon, there's two lonesome people in the whole wide world. That's me and the man in the moon. Just before I'm counting sheep, through my window he comes to peep, and with each other we're sympathizing, looking at the happy sweethearts while they sit around and spoon. There's two lonesome people in the whole wide world. That's me and the man